welcome back. Now we're doing Netflix series The Beast in Me review. So let's get started. Since the tragic death of her young son, acclaimed author Aggie Wiggs is withdrawn from public life, a former ghost of a past life. But she finds an unlikely subject for a new book as her neighbor house is bought by Niall Jarvis. Now Niall Jarvis is a famed and formidable real estate mogul who was once the prime suspect in the disappearance of his wife Madison. Horrified and fascinated by this man, Aggie finds herself compulsively hunting for the truth, chasing his demons while fleeing her own in a game of cat and mouse that might run deadly. After the death of their young son in a car crash, Aggie's ex-wife Shelley left her and divorced her and literally left the former alone to brood, rage, and generally disconnect from the world. Now Niall's proposal to write a book about him instead of her current topic is to redefine his public image and explore who he really is. Aggie is operating under multiple motives, agrees, and chasing the truth of a possible murder rouses her from a sort of living death. So the truth of a possible murder rouses her from a sort of a living death. Madison. Now Aggie suspects that Niall Jarvis is involved in the murder of his ex-wife Madison. Niall Jarvis flows between insults, physical aggression, and charisma. Niall Jarvis flows between insults, physical aggression, and charisma with petrifying ease, oozing a toxic magnetism that lures you. And Niall's proposal to Aggie is to write about him instead of a current topic and to restore his public image and explore who he really is. And Aggie, operating under multiple motives, agrees and chasing the truth of a possible murder rouse her from a sort of a living death. Now she suspects that Niall is involved in the murder of his ex-wife Madison. Now Niall Jarvis sort of, he flows between insults, physical aggression, and charisma with petrifying ease and oozing a toxic magnetism. He oozes a toxic magnetism that lures you through. But you know damn well that he might let his teeth sink in and never let go. Now Logan Roy Jonathan Banks, of course, who brings his trademark gruffiness to Martin Jarvis. Now a billionaire unwilling to let anyone, least of all his own son, tamper with his legacy. Nina Jarvis, Brittany Snow, playing Niall Jarvis' second wife. Now Nina Jarvis, Brittany Snow's second wife, has acted immensely well. Now Martin Jarvis' second wife, Leela Duke Ann Emery, in Better Call Saul terms, imagine Betsy Kettleman married to Mike Antromoth. Now she has a very limited role, but she steals every scene. She's in sometimes, even without speaking a single syllable, she sort of has immensely acted well. Hettienne Park turns in a moving and anxiety-inducing performance as FBI agent Erica Breton. She's like an FBI agent. Her name is Erica Breton. Overall, this mini-series is a wild ride for those who are interested in murder mystery, and Claire Danes with her anxiety-driven performance is brilliant. I would rate it as 9.5 out of 10. I think the mystery was really good and I was very engaged throughout the series. I felt the acting was brilliant as well. So it's streaming on Netflix, and so do watch it. So yesterday I met Niall Jarvis. Niall Jarvis' wife is missing. So I met Niall Jarvis. I had lunch with him. And then we were just talking about, Fenny Tig and how he just ran my son over and, I filed restraining order against. And then suddenly, we got up and there he was. He was standing there on the street. And I looked at him, and then Niall Jarvis kept looking at him and staring at him. And then the next day, I woke up and found out that he was gone. And then, I don't know, does he have anything to do with it?